Today we are going to be looking at a close reading lesson that is for the 8th grade, in which students are going to be close reading a poem called Dulce et Decorum Est by Wilfred Owens. This is an opportunity for students to engage in a highly complex text that is going to help them build their background knowledge about what is happening at the time that this poem was written, and also be able to learn new vocabulary terms and seek evidence to support the claims that they are making. So this is really hitting on standards RL 8.1, RL 8.2, and RL 8.4. As we're looking at this is going to be, the purpose of this lesson really is to be thinking about how do we help students read through a complex text and be able to make sense of it through guided, scaffolded questions that you're going to answer with the students and have them reflect on as we go through and read this text together. The shifts that are going to be addressed within this are going to be the shift of text complexity in its academic language and how you're going to be able to build that as you go through and read this, but also on reading through, providing evidence from the text, the second shift, and being able to help them use those questions to provide evidence from the text to answer their questions. We're going to have students have conversations and discuss different questions as we go through and read. They're going to read through this text multiple times, so we're going to have one full read through this on their own beforehand, in which everybody will just get a chance to just read the text and be able to understand it. From there, they're going to read it a second time with a partner, and then a third time line by line, and stop and discuss certain questions. As they stop and discuss, they're also going to be writing written responses to these questions, so you'll get an opportunity to hear their discussion, but also see what it is that the students have written. We're also going to have a focus question that students are going to use as they answer, as they go through and read the text, in which they're going to read, for the purpose of this, why do you think the poet ends the poem with the lines, the old lie, dulce et decorum est pro patria mori. So you're going to have them read through that and look for evidence of it. If we are worried about how students are going to be able to respond to this is something that is appropriate for all students, and I know that it can be difficult for students that are reading below grade level to read through this passage, and also for our ELLs that are going to struggle with this. I think what would be important is that we provide those scaffolds and put them in place, such as the partner reading, us reading some of this beforehand with them, them being able to read it themselves, and then stopping and jotting to be able to help make sense of it. We can also use our bilingual dictionaries for those students that are native Spanish speakers, if there are words that can be a little bit of a struggle for them, or our English dictionaries to help them access the materials. It'll also be important for us to pre-teach some of these terms for the students. There is a lot of background knowledge that they will need to know on World War I and how that war happened. So bringing in a couple of visuals to be able to show them what trench warfare looked like in World War I, and also pre-teaching some of the vocab terms will be helpful for them. Thank you, and I hope this lesson goes well.